Why, hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, the Corporal, bringing you a review on the Nerf Double Punch. If any of you are the four who watched the previous video, you will know I already did a review on this when I unboxed this blaster. But I was surprised it only got 4 views in the amount of time. Should I get more views? So I thought maybe it's today. But it's like, no, I've posted videos on Sundays before. And I'm thinking I might have said too many no words. You know, not the words that are like bad or demoralizing or anything. No, words that have to do with like if you had a cork board with a bunch of strings and thumbtacks on it, and they all had pictures of important people, and it leads to a string of coincidences. That kind of board. So because of that, I'm like, okay, so I'm going to do, this is really a test video to see, like, does the algorithm really affect, like, just to see, like, are some of those phrases and words affected by this? Okay, affected the video's views. So, let's see. So, the new Double Punch came out. I got it for $35 at Walmart. And I think it might just be out early. So, that might be it. And with my location, it comes with 2 10-round mags, 50 darts of the Elite blue, the Elite 2.0 blue and orange ones. They'll only have the blues in here. It comes with a special trigger mechanism, which might have been one of the no words. Okay, but when you rev it up, which you could rev this thing up without the mags inside, it does have a jam door, which is kind of weird because how are you going to unjam this thing, really? But when you rev it up, and it gets loud, listen. Pull the trigger. Ah, my eye. Look how crazy that is. Sorry for the loudness. But man. I really like this thing. This thing's freaking rad. FPS I had trouble measuring because it's 2 barrels, but it has this special trigger, which I can't say the name of because I think it's what's messing with the algorithm, that causes it when you pull back, you fire, and when you let go, it fires again. So it has a very high rate of fire because of that. So, but what could be seen is that its FPS is like in the 70s. Seeing when it was measured, and I said okay with the accessories, but because of it came with 2 mags and all these darts, and I was like, I thought it was gonna be, I should go with good on that one because it's like over twice the darts. But now that I think about it, it's like, why 50? It should have been 60. You should have given us 60 darts because that would make it so that we could load this thing up 3 times. So I think it's just so you could put the darts in this thing that holds the darts, the extra 10. But I would have preferred that we didn't have this and it would just be a regular carry handle. So yeah. Sling attachment point, it doesn't have any. Comfort, it's actually pretty comfortable. It's very light, to my surprise. I was like thinking this is going to be heavy, this thing was going to be huge, and I think this thing's around the size of the Infinite, maybe a little smaller. Or maybe the size of the Rapid Strike, but now I was really surprised. I think it looks cool. I think it looks like a crocodile or Quetzalcoatl. Well, if you think of those Nerf darts as the eyes, like, yes. Profile, I think it's perfectly fine if you paint it all black, and I'm probably going to have to because I scratched it when I was cutting out the little rope. So yeah, there's going to be a poll one day of whether or not I should leave the clear plastic. Next, we have the tactical points. It only has I said okay because I considered the dart holder tactical points, even though it's useless. But I do like this grip, and I'm considering that as well as this triggers. So, I mean, not triggers, a release. What are these called? The mag release. I thought, you know what? I really like those. It's super easy and all that. I'm going to change that to a good. Rockets, no. Mega, no. Internals, well, you can see the internals. They're pretty decent. It's just, I think it's really just 2 stripes put together. And that being said, it's also like, I'm pretty sure we're going to figure out how to mod this thing. Modability, I think it's okay because you could put a lipo in it. Practicality, I think it's good because you have that rapid rate of fire, but you also have this thing where, like, you have a dart going out. It's like a double-barreled shotgun, essentially. You got one going this way, the other one going that way. And it makes you think if you're, like, trailing your shots, the first one, and then you get the second one, you could probably hit a lot better with this thing on a moving target. So I think it's really practical. On price, $35 for this thing is really good because that's a Strife right now. Okay, that's the Phoenix. That's like $35 for a Strife and all that. It's like we're kind of okay with that. Like ideally $20 is best, but we had Strifes come out for that price. And this thing with its special mechanism, all the darts, 2 mags and all that, for that price, I think it's pretty good, pretty fair, actually. Because let's face it, they could have charged $50 for this, but $35 instead. And this thing for $25, steal. Price, results, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, change to 8. It doesn't matter. It's good. Just buy it semi-primary buster. But another reason why I say you should buy it is because I have, again with the previous video, I have this fear that this blaster might get recalled for a certain reason, and I'm not going to talk about it. Okay? It's in the previous video. But, yeah, it's just a weird thing where it's like, it's just a weird thing when it comes to mechanisms and stuff, and it's like, it's likely not going to happen whatsoever and all that, but there's still that off chance where I feel like, yeah, I could see a company like just kowtowing to certain things, and they could probably recall this blaster, and it's going to be perfectly fine to own this blaster and all that. There would be nothing wrong with it, but again, I could see something happening with this specific blaster and all that getting recalled. So that's why I say you guys should go get it right now. And one more thing, ladies and gentlemen. Buy my book, The Epic and Cassius Crossroads, at authorhouse.com and Barnes & Noble. You can go find this inside of Barnes & Noble. My brother told me he found my book, and I was so happy. I'm like, tears came down my eyes. I'm like, I finally did it. I am in a bookstore. I've made it, people. I'm in Barnes & Noble. He didn't take a picture to confirm it, so he could have been lying to me because he's a compulsive liar. Okay, thank you all very much, ladies and gentlemen. You all have a nice week. Okay, because I don't know if I'm going to be posting any new videos for a little while. Okay, I'm moving, and I should be out this weekend. But my goodness, I still have so much to pack. Okay, well, thank you all very much. You all have a nice day. Bye-bye.